Where's Gary? Gary here. Number 2, front row. Black jacket. Gary, first question up front.
Jayson, how special is it to win the Kobe Bryant Award? I mean, Kobe's your all-time favorite player. I mean, you cherish the guy, and what's that like to win this award on this night?
Yeah, it's extremely special for me. I was my first All-Star game was in Chicago in 2020 when they renamed the MVP after him, and I remember telling myself that day that I got to get one of those before I get done, and to be able to wear my signature shoe today and break the record and take home this award of somebody that I idolized. It's a hell of a day.
Jayson, did you know that 52 was the record? Were you kind of gunning for it at the end?
I found out like midway through the fourth. I remember running down the court. One of my assistant coaches told me, and then Dame, I think I had like 49, and Dame was like, "Yo, the record 52, like go get it." And then I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go get it."
Back right.
Hey, Jayson, that back and forth with Jalen, how was that for you? I mean, you've probably done it a lot of times in practice, but during a game, in a game, with the world watching, how did that feel for you?
That was like another day at the office for us, right? Been on the same team for 6 years now. We've played countless number of one-on-one games, scrimmages against each other. We've always, kind of brought the best out of each other. It was a normal day for us, just millions of people watching on one of the biggest stages. So just had a little fun with it.
Jayson, you just, back here, you just mentioned the same element of fun, just touching on that one more time. You and Jalen are such good friends. How special was it for tonight to be so big for you and to be able to share that with your friend like Jalen and everything else that came along with the success of tonight?
Extremely special, right? The 2 times or 3 times I've been an All-Star, 3 of the 4 times I've been an All-Star was with the teammate. 2 with JB, 1 with Kemba, and those are the best All-Stars, right? To share it with somebody that you spend every day of the week with, essentially. Extremely happy for him. But we talked about it. Now it's go time. We got to be on the same page. We got one goal, one common goal, and that's to win a championship. So this was a good break for us, mentally and physically, and it's time to get back to work.
Dave here in this corner.
Jayson, you said you've made the vow to yourself back in 2020 that you wanted to win that award someday, the Kobe Bryant MVP. Did you tell anybody leading into this weekend that, like, I'm going for that? Any teammates, coaches, anything like that?
Yeah, I told my coaches, I told my friends that, they all knew that I was going to wear my shoe today. And so I had a little more motivation to play well, right, in the debut of my signature shoe. I wanted to win MVP. I didn't think I'd get 55. But that's icing on the cake.
Jayson, how you doing? How easy is it to separate your emotions playing against guys in your conference, against big rivals, and then go back against them after the All-Star game?
It's easy, right? This weekend is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to, recognize guys for how well they played in the first half of the season. It's a huge honor to be here, not only for yourself, but for your family and friends, and all the NBA legends that, came before you. So it's supposed to be fun. It's a lot of fun. But, now it's time to get back to work.
Over in the front, center.
Jayson, you mentioned how this weekend is supposed to be about fun, and first and foremost, but would players rather this game in particular be more defensive focus towards the end, or I guess would you rather have more defensive intensity throughout the game or more free-flowing offense?
It honestly just depends. I think they've done a good job with the, changing the ending, right, of the game. But safety and safety first, right? It's supposed to be fun. You don't want anybody to get injured or get hurt. But it's always great for the game and for the fans, especially if it comes down, to the last couple of buckets. Like it did in Chicago the first year. That was the most competitive All-Star game I've been a part of, and that was incredible.
Standing over here on the right.
Hey, with your threes falling for you today and yesterday going the way it went, were you frustrated yesterday, or how did you feel today? Were you trying to make it up for yesterday?
Yeah, I didn't want to come to All-Star and leave empty-handed, so I had in my mind I was going to win the MVP or the three-point contest. So, you know, I was leaving here with something.
Jayson, you're a couple weeks from your 25th birthday. You've accomplished a lot in this league. Are you taking time to take it all in? Are you able to take this all in at this short a time? And now, obviously, with another award.
Guess I'm not 19 anymore. But, yeah, you know, I say it all the time, I'm extremely grateful and, you know, blessed to be in this situation. I'm not too far removed from being a kid in St. Louis with, you know, essentially a ball and a dream and, you know, dreaming about these moments of being here. And living out that dream in reality is hard to describe. And I try not to really think about the things I've accomplished. I never want to get complacent. You know, I'm always chasing something, chasing more. But, you know, I thank God every day that I'm, you know, in this position that He surrounded me with, you know, great friends and family and put me in the right position. And just try to have fun. You know, just remember, you know, what I'm doing it for.
Last two questions. Jeff in the back and then in the center.
Jayson, you just mentioned the stretch run here in the final 7 weeks. I'm back here. What have you learned throughout your career that's going to be necessary for you to do over this stretch run to be in the position you want to be heading into the postseason?
Yeah, you know, I think historically, or at least since I've been in the league, right, the team that has kind of clicked, you know, in this last stretch, you know, that has kind of peaked and played their best of the season going into the playoffs, usually is a team that, you know, wins it all. So this stretch is important. You know, you want to be as healthy as possible going into the playoffs, and you want to be playing your best basketball individually and as a group. So, you know, that's what we're trying to do.
Last question in the center.
Hi, Jayson. Congratulations again. And what did you think of the new drafting process for All-Star? And do you want to become a captain one day, or would that be too much pressure?
It was cool. I didn't know what to expect, but you know, it wasn't too bad. You know, I was just hoping I didn't get picked last. But you know, it's all fun and good for the fans, right? And yeah, one day, you know, when LeBron and Giannis stop getting all the fan votes, you know, and I start getting some more, hopefully, you know, I'll be a captain one day.
Thank you, Jayson. We will have Donovan Mitchell in here shortly.